Hello and welcome into bebrighttarot.ca. Liking, subscribing, following me over on Instagram, YouTube, and my website. And I appreciate you joining my little world of the internet based on tarot. So, as you may know from my videos, I'm just like to share some insights into some cards, some basic readings. We have, some month ahead, week ahead, those kinds of readings. You can find playlists on my YouTube channel, as well as our B series about an individual card to give you some inspiration. So today we're going to do a 3-card draw focusing on mind, body, and spirit. And I chose this draw today because I've been feeling a little blah, blah. I know that's a medical term, is blah. So, yeah, I just thought I would just look for a little inspiration for my energy levels in general for mind, body, and spirit. So, hopefully, some of this may connect with you as well. So, the first card we're going to draw is for inspiration for our mind, and that is the gorgeous Queen of Fire. This deck uses the word fire, but it's also known as wands in a traditional deck. So, this card is, a very powerful card for pursuing your ideas, your plans, and just, going for what you want. The Queen of Fire is, she's self assured, she's assertive, and definitely independent. You can just see the steely look of determination in her eyes there. She's telling us to nurture our creative energy, and use our power to build a space, an environment where ourselves and others can transform and thrive. She's a great messenger for collaboration and joining forces to transform a vision into reality. So, despite her being very independent, she's also amazing at channeling the power of others when they're working harmoniously together and to build kind of something magical out of that. So take the lead, with love, um, and be the cheerleader. Just use your mind and your thoughts to support others, um, and just make a great space where um, things can be created and inspired. So that's kind of where our mindset needs to be this week or the next few days. All right, next card represents body. And what might that tell us? That is the Two of Earth, Two of Pentacles for the traditionalists. And so this card is, indicating that balance and flexibility is really needed. Whether that's your work play balance, your focus rest balance. We've got lots on the go, like usual, and that's typical of today's day and age. But and we are juggling it. We're making it work for now, but it's possibly a really good time to work on balancing that busy with some rest before a crash might happen. So it's a great card to remind us that our health, whether that's physical, mental, or emotional, really needs to be a top priority, or we're not going to have the energy to help others, or to help ourselves in reaching the goals that we do want. So, that being said, don't dive in by adding, 20 new daily health activities. Um, that certainly won't help with the juggling and the balance. But just take a couple of things that you can prioritize for your health, for your body, for your mind, for your spirit, um, and just balance those with both active and passive pursuits. So, yeah, go out there and go for a walk, but also make sure that you balance that with some time for journaling or yoga or, you know, or having a cup of coffee in the garden. Anything that just brings joy and pleasure and rejuvenation to the body. All right, the next card is going to be our spirit card. And okay, that is the Messenger of Air, also known as the Knight of Swords. And so this card is here to tell us that sometimes we get caught up in learned responses, past experiences, and conventional thought. And then we act swiftly because it's something we've been programmed to do. We've always done it. So, you can kind of think of like a warrior rushing into battle without thought, right? Like that's what you do. So, this card is going to challenge us to broaden our perspectives, to consider whether we want to do it the old way or perhaps respond differently this time. And definitely to try to adapt to a new way of thinking and behaving. So, in terms of our spirit, we can ask ourselves some challenge questions. So, are we living our beliefs in a way that's true to ourselves? Or are we doing it because it's expected? Or we've always done it that way? Are the choices we're making aligned with those values? That's where we can get real, true spirituality and inner happiness and joy, is when we have our lives in line with our values and our beliefs. So this messenger, let's use them as a role model, to be a voice for truth and for living your spiritual life that is yours, that is unique to you and your true being. So let's take this as a card to dive a little bit deeper into our spirit. And are we on the right track? Do we need to open up our minds a little bit to new perspectives and trying things true to ourselves? So that's our 3-card draw for Be Bright Tarot. Uh, Continue to like, subscribe, follow Instagram, YouTube, website, tell all your friends. Don't keep us a secret. And I wish you a great day, a great week, and hopefully some mind, body, and spirit inspiration.